Kyle Yates is one of the premier pickleball players out there, really one of the legends of the game. Let's take a look at this point, and then we're going to break it down. So notice how Yates starts his serve here. It's pretty basic, pretty standard. Doesn't do a whole lot of this pre-serve routine. I mean basic in a good way, of course. He's got a really solid base here. His feet are wide apart, and you can see his legs are in a position, because he's sort of almost like he's sitting here, he's going to be able to drive with his legs. Notice that the ball is forward already. That's where he's going to make contact with it. And there's very little ball movement here. The less ball movement there is, the less risk there is when hitting it. Notice how the rotation begins with the left side of his body here. And as he rotates, his right wrist lays back. This is going to be important because this is going to help get acceleration of the paddle through contact here. That laid back wrist is really important. Remember how he was sitting before? Well, now he's standing, and that's where you get the power from the legs, sort of that sit and stand kind of action here, able to generate a little more speed here with little less effort. I mentioned the forward impact point. Solid contact. And notice where he makes contact with the ball. It's not actually right in the center of the paddle. And he's not alone. Here we see Ben Johns. Again, look where contact is. It's not exactly in the center. Catherine Peranteau. Again, it's toward the end of the paddle. And this is really common. Sort of a misconception out there that we always want to hit the center of the paddle. Anyway, back to the serve here. Okay, so you'll see this is a unique thing about Yates. He uses his wrist rather little here. Notice how it's pretty stable all the way through. Compare that to someone like Ben Johns, and you can see the wrist comes right through. There's Tyson McGuffin, same sort of thing. The wrist comes all the way through, much more sort of loose with the wrist as they hit, allowing that acceleration. Back to Yates, you see it stays really stable, almost locked all the way through. Sort of a unique aspect of his serve. Now notice here his partner, Annalie Waters, she's playing this ball, and Yates starts going forward immediately. Why is he doing this? Well, he's applying pressure to his opponents, who are going to be up at the net. Now, he's still taking a peek. He wants to see what's happening, make sure that she's in a good position. Annalie's happy with it. Right, she gets to use that good two-handed backhand of hers. She plays this sort of like in-between drop-drive thing. Okay, anyway, so back to that in-between drop-drive thing. Look here how Yates is coming forward and coming to the middle here. Always a threat to poach. But look at this little step here. What he's doing is he's signaling that he is going to poach and taking up a lot of space over there, making it something that his opponents have to worry about. Where is he going to go? Now he has identified here that there's an opportunity. They had to play this ball well cross-court in order to get it to Waters and avoid Yates because he was taking up so much space. And that means that that ball that they hit, the opponents, it's going to be landing near that sideline. So what does Yates do? He takes off just outside of the kitchen, jumps the corner, as they say. We call this a Burt when you're sort of going for the poach and the Ernie at the same time, often called the Burt, lands outside, and look where he puts this ball perfect. Doesn't hit it that hard, but right down at the feet of his opponent. There's nothing she can do there. This is a really nice sort of drop drive-ish combination with a poach. Let's watch it one more time. Yates is such a creative player and always a threat up there at the net. This is really high-level pickleball right here.